horizon.
And we are obviously going beyond the horizon. Remember that some people wouldn't want you to be happy in life, but ignore, look forward, and do whatever you are doing. There are some remixes you wouldn't like, but not what Trig just gave us. Officer, welcome to the studio.
Thank you.
You brought a different light into the studio. The song is refreshing and everything is good about it.
Thank you, brother.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Now, I believe that Trig is a different identity. Or maybe I'm wrong.
You're right.
Okay, so what is different about... or let me put it this way. Who is Trig?
I'm not doing this.
I mean, no, it's not too far from the usual Trig we know, but you know, like I would say I've grown to respect music more. Okay. So when I'm composing music, I consider a lot of elements than I used to. Back then, you just want to do a song probably, to get fame or get people happy, dancing, but now it gets to a point where it's not just that. You consider a lot of things, including even mixing and how you're supposed to sound and all of that. So it's a grown, brand. And also I'm looking at being able to reach out to an audience that I never reached out to in the past. So I'm looking at people who are slightly above, even older than my age, who can still enjoy my music, and then younger people can still enjoy it as well. So yeah, but at first it was just the brand was unguided. I was just doing anything that is music that comes. The zeal was there, so you just record something fast, you drop it, and then you move on to the next one. Yeah.
Now, I always enjoy this philosophy from musicians, but then I ask myself, is our industry ready for this kind of vibe you guys have been giving? Okay, I'm not doing it for the people to dance. I'm not doing it for the people to do this, but this and that. Is the industry ready to accept that? Do they accept that?
Well, in as much as the industry, in every industry, I believe every industry is not ready for any new thing, until you cement it or you are able to make it hold. Before, I mean, when Hip Life came in, it went through a phase of going through so many challenges before it was accepted. Likewise, even when I came in with Nobody Knows Tomorrow, then nobody was doing English rap commercially, and a lot of people said, this thing, it won't last, so forget it, so it was right after me. D Black also released his own, and then EL followed, and then a lot of guys started coming in, and then a lot of young ones started doing as well. Who knew that, artists like Kwesi Arthur and co will be accepted because their sound is different from the usual sound that we used to hear. So I believe like an industry or market is never ready. In fact, as a matter of fact, you always discover a market. The market is there, but until you find it, you will not know that it's there. So I never knew. Like I went to a show recently, like in December, and in fact, I didn't know any of the songs there. But the people were happy.
I felt same at Ghana Rocks. I was just sitting there missing in action.
Yeah, I was like, hey, the people were happy. And I was like, hey, Charlie.
Trig
I didn't know some of the songs and some of the artists, so that's how it is. A market is never
in fact,
ready.
Trig, I keep asking this question based on just one thing, survival. The fact that we all have to feed. The fact that this is the profession we have taken, and knowing what the people want, knowing what to give you the money, knowing what to put you on the market, and you know that, okay, this is the way, but because of a new identity I want to carve for myself, I'm going this way. That is where I think about you guys mostly.
Yeah, but the thing is, you don't have to be one-sided when it comes to money.
Or maybe there are other sources of survival.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. A hustle is a hustle. I believe that, you in your seat where you sit, as a radio presenter, somebody will come in. You may have an interview with the person. The person might be a CEO of a company. The interview will end. That's your job. After the interview, that's an opportunity. There's so many things you can do after the interview. You can talk to the man. You can have a business on the side with the man. And that's how we should see any other profession. I don't meet you and then believe that. If I meet Empress, I don't think that it's just a meet. Immediately after the conversation, which is her job or which is our job, I say, can you do ABC? If you can, what can I also do for you in return? Every platform is presented to you as an open opportunity. You have to use it the way you want, because also people are doing the commercial and they are hungry. You know, so
some people are doing the commercial, but they are hungry.
Yeah. They have hits, but they don't have it. Do
you have some names?
No. I'm just saying. I mean,
because I'm looking around. No, I don't see anyone doing commercial and hungry.
You haven't searched enough.
That means you have a name.
I don't have a name, but I'm just saying.
Then you haven't searched too.
Because also, Brasami, the thing is, I mean, yesterday also I was listening to the radio, and they were talking about a man. I mean, who's a doctor. You know, and from everything they said, like the accolades and everything that they mentioned, it looks like, you know, he's a very powerful, very good doctor. You understand? But he was having an interview, and he was complaining that, you know, with all the skill that he has, people still don't come to him. You understand? So I believe it's how you use the opportunity that, you know, somebody has a single, somebody come, look, Akon, after Akon's first big bang, that has been it musically for him. But money-wise, the guy keeps ripping in money every time. That doesn't mean that he doesn't. He's doing so well for himself. But maybe, like, you know, he's not. He has been able to take advantage of that opportunity that was given.
Now, I'm sensing this. What you're advising is that we shouldn't rely on maybe just music to survive, but elsewhere, someone
even with
the
music,
it's 100% musician. When he wakes up, he drinks music, does everything music.
No.
But your caution is such that, okay, if it is music, still look at other ways to survive.
No, other ways still using your music. Because, I mean, for instance, at a point, I was 100% music artist. I wasn't doing any other thing. But at that time, like Willie Roy says it a lot of time, that do shows for yourself. Me, people in Kumasi will tell you, they see me in Kumasi as if I live there. They see me in Takrady as if I live there. That's how I even got my farm in Takrady. Like, I'm always there. You know.
You have a farm in Takrady?
Yeah.
What kind of farm?
It's a rice farm.
I see. How big is it?
Oh, it's a very big rice farm.
How many acres of land?
Now we have about 40 acres.
40 acres?
Yeah.
What's the name of the farms?
We're a group now. We're 3.
Okay.
So yeah, it's Kent Farms.
Kent Farms.
Yes.
Wow.
And I'm
congratulations, Trig.
So for instance, like, I go there, I do shows. I've been doing shows since 2012. I go, like, I do shows by the Vienna Beach. I've done so many shows there by myself. I've even gone all the way to Sunyani to do a show alone at Sunyani Polytechnic. I did it alone with a few artists supporting. I've done so many hotels there. I go to Kumasi, I do shows there. Because the promoters always will look for who is banging currently. You understand? But does that mean you have to sit? If the market in Accra is not... Ghana is big, so if the market in Accra, you think that you've exhausted it, you can move elsewhere. Like me, I go online and I talk to promoters outside Ghana. You understand? And my management team helps to do that. So, like, we'll probably move it to, like, we played last 2 years, for instance, we played at Freedom Park over 4 times in Nigeria on the island, you know. So and that was your own organizational promotion? No, it was like partnership event
with Nigerian promoters.
Yeah, with Nigerian promoters. So okay. these are some little, like, you can look at events like industry night they do in Nigeria every Wednesday. I don't know if they're still holding it, but Matthew is there. He's on the internet. You know, you hook up with him. This is a night where almost everybody that matters in Nigeria is there. So you go, you show them what you have. If they love you, they'll definitely fly with you. You know, like, I have friends in Zambia, like J-Rocks. He's my friend. He has a promoter. Recently, I was talking to a guy in Uganda. I said, what can we do? Like, how can we, you know, push ourselves there? He said, the only thing is doing an exchange something. So if you can host us here in Ghana, we would host you there. So I said, yeah, I can host you with or without our resources. We must find it and do it. You know, so I don't think that I just have to be recording, getting a hit, putting it out, and the hit has come, hit after hit. What else can God do for you? You know, you have to push, you have to do the rest.
His name is Trigmatic, and I am Sammy Flex. We're having a chat on the Showbiz Agenda. We just started. We just started because we have more to say. And let's talk about the premium now Trig has put on his performance.
Yeah.
Anytime I think the last time we watched you was at the +233.
Yeah.
That was the last time I watched you. I know you've been playing, but then you've put premium on live performance.
Yeah.
What does it mean to you and the other artists who might not be doing the same?
Well, I think that for me, it gives me room to add a bit more to the original song, you know, which is on the tape. For instance, I can do renditions. I can break some parts of the song and put some feel or some vibe in there. I can connect with the audience when I'm doing live. I can invent new sound, and even with this remix, most of it was because we had performed it this particular way for a while. So when we moved to the studio, it was easy. It was like, Charlie, the way do them when we perform them, let's record it like that, and then so live gives you a big edge over your competitors. And I think that it's very experimental. There are times where, yes, you have your flaws, you make mistakes, but it doesn't. I mean, when I started, and once again, I got a lot of bashing for it. People didn't see the direction. Why are you trying to do live? They say in Ghana, if you do live events, it doesn't sound like the one on the CD, so it's risky. But I wanted to do it, and anytime I was doing it, I realized that I was enjoying it more. So start it and do it and push it and push it and push it. And I feel like whenever I'm performing live, the expression is more. I'm able to talk to the people more. It gets intimate. Sometimes there was a performance I did last year. I had people singing the song, like taking the microphone from me and doing the song, because the band was playing for them. So whenever they want to break it, and it was fun. It was very, very exciting. I think that the live experiences, if I knew that it was like this, I would have probably started longer than this.
Way to go. Now, somewhere last year there were some 1 or 2 reports that you were changing name or something. How did it end? Because I've seen your shirt and you still have the brand Trigmatic.
Yeah. Well, it was my intention, but I signed on like a new management not too long ago. Well, yeah, we've been working underground for a while, but we started full force not too long ago. And one of the things that we agreed on was to hold on to the original name for a while, and work around it and push it as a brand to the new market we're targeting, and see how that flies. So yeah.
So no changes again.
No, it's still Trigmatic.
It's still Trigmatic. Okay, now let's come to the new life of some of our celebrities, including you.
Yeah.
Sometimes we feel, okay, now Trig is a Christian. Yeah. He's now found God, so he's no more the Trig we used to know. How are you guys telling us about this new life? Because we get confused sometimes. Let me be honest.
Well, I don't think I confuse my audience, because I've always been a Christian, I must say. Probably, maybe I wasn't too vocal about it, but maybe I am now. It doesn't change anything. The only thing is that you are guided. You're sort of guided by a certain inspiration. I believe that there are also Muslim artists who are deep rooted in the Islam practice. I believe there are traditionalists who are deep rooted in their faith. So in as much as they exist, I do exist as well. So I don't think that we confuse.
Because the other day, G.H. Kwaku was saying that now you are an evangelist.
Every Christian is an evangelist.
So Trigmatic is an evangelist.
Every Christian is an evangelist,
including Trig.
Every Christian is an evangelist. The reason is one of the core mandates is to spread the good news. You understand? So it's not as if I have the title but I am mandated to do that. If I meet someone and we're having a discussion, I can chip in a word or two. Doesn't make me like a priest or anything of that sort, but is in my way to be able to spread and spread. I've had so many invitations as well, but as a matter of fact, even last year. So sometimes you even preach in churches. You get invitation to preach? No, not to preach. I'm not a preacher, but I mobilize the youth in my church. If I have to, like I was saying, last year I was invited by a friend all the way to Nigeria for like a meeting, and they're a bunch of Muslims, and we had a really good time, and we had a talk and everything, and it was all in a way to try and say, Charlie Trig, if you join me, no go bad, so people are doing all sorts of things. So do you perform? Do you perform in the church? In my church. Do you sing? Yeah, sometimes. Yeah. Sometimes you sing. Yeah. What are the songs you sing? Nobody Knows Tomorrow. Well, my songs are songs that I can perform in the church.
So when you sing in the church, do you sing your songs or you sing other gospel songs?
The thing with me, I do more than singing in my church. I'm a youth leader in my church. So like I said, I do youth mobility. We go beyond even just evangelizing. Sometimes mobilize them. Let's do cleanups. We talk to them about career. We talk to them about, because so many other people are there as well. You see, one thing that I don't want us to also do is to sort of single out when it comes to the art, because I mean every other job is secular, being a doctor, architect, whatever thing it is. So we tend not to ask those people these same questions. You understand? So it doesn't change. This is my profession.
So what it means is that tonight you can perform at the Onyx nightclub. Sunday you're also performing in the church.
But I'm picky with my shows.
You are picky.
I'm picky with my shows.
What do you choose and what do you ignore?
Well, it depends. Well, most importantly, money is number one. The money is very, very important.
Exactly.
Number two, most of the events don't give me what I want. Like, for instance, I say, okay, I want to play with a band. I want to play with them. It's very technical. They are not, when I say I'm picky, it's nothing, it's very technical. And most often they say, oh, but we don't want them live. And I say that I want them live. So if you cannot, help, even if it's just acoustic, I prefer that. And let's do like a mashup with the DJ and still have maybe my guitarist or my drummer in the back, and then they'll still say no. I mean, I can't compromise. If you can't, then I can't.
I want to believe you are still doing active radio.
Yes.
How does it feel when one is a musician on radio? On his platform, he plays his song, but then he monitors other platforms and they are not giving him that rotation. I've heard Andy Dusty talk about this. Black Rasta talks about this. So I want to know what Trig will also tell me, because yes, on your platform, maybe YFM, yourself or other colleagues there will play, but maybe you tuned into Xylophone FM and
I'm not playing it.
There's something How does it make you feel when you know that anytime when you go on air, you play on that promoting other songs?
I'll call you. I'll call you to play it. People pick what they want to play, especially on radio. When I sit behind the console and I'm vibing with a DJ, Charlie, sometimes he feels like he wants to play within a certain BPM range, and I can't push him so much. It doesn't make me feel any type of way. I'm a very big-hearted person, I'm not really bothered by what people feel or think, so I'm not really bothered. You understand? But I believe that when the time is right, everybody is gonna play. You understand? I've been on radio before and I still had Nobody Knows Tomorrow as one of the biggest songs in 2010, 2011. My song with Raquel IJ came in 2013, 2014, and it was big and I was still on radio. So if it's the people's choice, they will play it. You understand? So me, I'm not bothered.
So have you given a tip to any radio presenter to play your song before?
No, I wouldn't say that.
I don't want to call it payola. That's why I said a tip.
But your brother, you have to know that I've been around for a minute. So my relationships with them count. My relationship with them counts. Some of them too, Charlie. They do like they know that they have artists too. So they are forced to play. But I don't want to believe that is that. I believe that we have a good. I believe in relationships. So I feel like if I do bring my song, they play it because of the good relationship they have with me. Like Andy, sometimes he calls me, Charlie, I heard the song on this platform, but why don't we have it? Some other people like Dr. Pounds and Co, they call me themselves. I really love Massive here. I mean, he calls me, Charlie, what's the new song? What are you promoting? And sometimes I call them as well. So I mean, the tip there.
But do you also take from musicians because you're on radio?
No, we know
do you receive appreciation?
We have a policy in our place. The people don't come to us directly. They go to the head of music. And then he deals with them.
They plug in from there.
Yeah. So we don't know what happens. If something they should go to.
No, so maybe you get your appreciation in the form of salary or something.
My salary is good. So
Trig, so how many years so far in your career?
I would say 10. I'll say 10. It should have been 9.5. Because the initial one, it was just an EP I released. Yeah, but I'll say 10 because I started performing with some of the old artists back then. Okay, I wouldn't say old artists, the artists of the older generation. Like the Tinies. I was back Tiny for like 2 years, on and off stage. And there's so many songs that I have my vocal on as well that you don't see me on, you don't hear me on, but I'm in the back. Likewise, other artists, I've served under so many people too. So yeah, it's been about 10.
A decade,
yeah.
I see. So I hear you have a concert very, very soon.
Yeah.
Is that to celebrate the number of years you've been in the game?
Yeah, well, that is my management's idea. But me, if it was left to me alone, I was just celebrating good music over these years. I just want to be. I like to, be as modest as I can. I just wanted us to have a night where people can see the other side of me, and especially the band also, because the band has been with me for a while, and I felt like we should.
You mean your own band?
Yeah.
What is the name for that band?
Safwa Band.
Oh, Safwa Band.
I don't own it, but like it's a partnership. Like currently now we have a studio where I put it together, and then they work in there. It's like a live rehearsal studio. So it's
Do you rent it to other musicians?
Yes. Actually, yeah.
Where is it located?
It's in East Legon.
Oh, wow.
It's in East Legon. But I'm always in the back. I'm always in the back, yeah.
I know.
So it's been a very good partnership. Like we've traveled around, we've had good and bad times. We've fought, we've come back. People have left the band and come back. Even me myself, I've had good moments and bad moments, and these are moments that I put in songs that now I want to share with the rest of the world. I believe that we have enough songs. Like I remember on my birthday, Killer Fingers played my songs for 30 minutes non-stop, and I didn't even think I had that much. I didn't know I had those many as many songs as he played, and he didn't even finish all the songs.
Wow.
So for me, all these songs people like and people enjoy. I have 3 albums. It's good to celebrate. I have a number of awards. It's good to celebrate and let people know that this has been there. It's also a re-announcement and for people to know the new
10 years
direction.
of Trigmatic. That is good. When are we doing this concert?
It's on the 26th of January.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's at Alliance Française.
Alliance Française.
Yeah.
I know you wouldn't do this alone because you have friends and loved ones in the music fraternity.
Sure.
So who else is going to be on that platform?
I wanted to keep that for. No. I wanted to keep that.
Not here at all.
But one thing I want to say is I'm honoring. In fact, that's a very important part of the show for me. I'm honoring one of Ghana's biggest music legends on that night. I've had a very good relationship with his genre of music, and I feel like he's played a very good role. Now that he's alive, he's not too well, but he's okay, and I would want to honor him on the night. So that's a very key thing I want to say. And then I have my friend.
You only said him throughout. Who is him?
Okay, I'm talking about Black Chinese, the Black Chinese.
Abobaji Adofo.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. So we will be doing something that night. I must say that over the years, for 2-3 years, I performed with almost every legendary artist. From the George Darkos. I played with Osibisa, not the entire band because most of them are not around. But at Sola Mafio's birthday, I performed with Bessa Simon's band. I've performed with Amashi Dede. I've performed with the likes of the Daddy Lumbas and co. So it's important that we honor the fathers of the land.
Bobaji Adofo Black Chinese also going to perform on the night?
Well, we are just honoring him. So I'm doing his songs with his son.
Adofo
Junior, yeah. But it's going to be a good good mashup. But I'm also that same night I'm honoring Hugh Masakela because it's just around the same time that he passed. So yes, I'm doing his song Send Me a rendition of that song as well. And yeah, so many other performers. So we have the new school act on, but I have seen Sina Soul. We have AI, of course, Wallacey, all the guys on the everybody I've recorded with is going to be on. So everybody I have a song with is
on. Going to be there.
They're going to be on.
Which of Adolfo's song is your favorite?
Yesterday I was playing someone we cheated. I
have also been a fan of Boba J Adolfo.
He said
Yabuatmana.
No, Yabuatma is like everyone's favorite.
Yeah.
But this one, the message was a bit funny, and at the same, he said it's about Owo. It's something about Owo. Owo is on my phone.
Owo Chimodi.
No, but where the angle where he took the story from, and I think that he's a storyteller.
Okay.
So yeah.
Is it a song where he talked about he was born by a river, beast, a boy in Suobidin?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. And the song, they are forcing me to perform that song, but I'm trying to pick one that I can,
like Yabuatma.
Yabuatma is simple.
Can I sing it?
I actually have a version of
it. Can you sing Yabuatma? Try a little bit. let me feel you. Let me feel a trick.
Let's play it, and I'll
sing.
Because the other ones, I'm struggling. Yes, because I love Ga. My tongue and Ga is here, but heavy. I'm trying. That night, I'll definitely pull it off.
Say Adolfo is someone you have been listening to his songs beats my mind.
I said his genre.
His genre, okay. Because when you started, I knew you to be a hip hop guy, some YFM yo boy. So I'm sure you are mentioning the Adolfo.
No, the thing is, I found out. At a point, I met Uncle Ebo Taylor in Nigeria when we played Celebration, when they honored him that night, and I felt sad that I didn't know him then. When they brought the governor of Lagos State, and he gave him an honorary, and Fela's children came around, and I didn't know him, and he's Ghanaian, and they said, so the people in the back, so they felt like, that's your, and Nigerians have a thing with respecting the elder. So they felt like,
that's your gun.
So I had to pretend, but I felt bad. So I started listening to their sound. I started listening to their music, and I found out that the likes of Usher and Co has sampled the man's songs, and I started getting into his sound, his music. So that's when I chanced upon many other musicians like him, like even the Pambo International Band, where I tried to sample the Show Me Your Love, not the exact song, but get the vibe of the song. So I felt, and then it helped me to find the connection between Afrobeat and high live music. And when you look at the angles where the two merge, you could tell the Ghanaian influence in there. So that day when I came back, I was even telling Genius and Co that, Charlie, this one, we no try. We know. So it was, from that era. So that's why I came back. I came back and I did Motro Mojo, if you can remember.
Yeah.
Right after that, I did Motro Mojo because I wanted to get the African sound in my music. And since then, I fell in love with our sound. Yeah.
Trick's favorite musician.
Sally Flex, you rock.
But obviously, this is not a song you were talking about.
No.
I know. It's never this one. But I wanted you to sing Yabuatma Pound. Trick, you shocked me.
I've rather used it to do some song. It's the same Yabuatma, but I changed it small.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Sticker, let's go to 26, and we're asking ourselves, where will they go on that day? If you are ready, let's do it like that. Where will they go? Where will they go? Are you ready? Sticker, let's go like that.